Hi, this is MOC Fanatic and today I will show you the best beer pub and brewery. The newest brewery in the city, with a pub for lovers of fresh tasty beer. The building was built in the middle of the 20th century for a brewing company. The building occupies one plate 32 for 32, has 5 floors. The company owns a machine for transportation of beer and a forklift. This is a completely custom building, containing more than 14,000 parts and 37 minifigs. The height of the building is 70 centimeters or 27 inches. Construction took a month. The brewery cooks more than 100 varieties of delicious beer for residents and visitors of the city. Beer is poured into bottles, aluminum cans, kegs and barrels so that beer lovers can enjoy it at home, in a restaurant, at a party or at the beach. The bar has access to the backyard, where one of the oldest trees in the city grows. The building could be larger, but the builders decided not to cut the old tree. The equipment for the brewery and the production technology correspond to the highest standards of quality and safety in order to give a constant quality of beer every day. On the roof of the building there is a crane. Through the windows the building rises raw materials and packaging, and the finished beer comes down from the building. It is very convenient since the building stands in the center of the city and there is simply no place for a freight elevator. Let's see what is located on each floor. First floor, pub for 26 people. Second floor, warehouse and mill area. Third floor, beer brewing and first filtration. Fourth floor, the second filtration and storage of beer. Fifth floor, automatic beer bottling line. Roof, air conditioning heat exchangers. Okay, let's go. First floor. Pub Borgen and Burke's, the newest pub in the city, named after the founders and owners of the brewing company. It's a signature brewery bar, serving the freshest beer. It pours down the pipes right from the top, where it is produced. Wow, this guy drank too much, but he's very good. His friend will help him get home as soon as he has finished his beer. The bar can accommodate up to 26 guests, including seats in the backyard. There are no waiters in the pub, but live music always sounds. Many young musicians come here to play their music, so they can understand whether people like what they created. Wow, you just see who rests. This is MOC Rocky Band. They do not know how to control themselves during drinking as well as any popular rock musicians, so they rest in the backyard. You see, they already broke the bottle, it's not good. Okay, let's go further. Production zone. Joe will tell about it, he's the chief brewer who knows everything about beer.
Hello everyone, today I will try to briefly, but it is capacious to tell you about how we produce the best beer in the city. Part of the beer is drunk in our bar on the first floor, the rest is sold in shops, cafes and restaurants. Everything begins with malt. In our beer different malt is used. For example, in that we are preparing right now it's 9 varieties. This makes the beer very rich and tasty, gives a unique memorable taste. Today, by the way, we cook a variety of best beer light extra. Malt pours into the bunker, which feeds it to the crusher, which turns it into a fine flour. This is the first stage of beer making. From the crusher, the flour moves to the hopper where it is stored. There are stored all 9 kinds of malt, which are needed for the preparation of today's beer. This is my desktop, then I come up with new recipes and taste new beer. Drinking beer is part of my job, and I really like it. Oh, by the way, this is a new grade of malt. We have not worked with this, we will experiment. On this floor we have a warehouse where we store malt stocks, empty cans and bottles, barrels and kegs. Yes, on each floor one window opens so that the crane can lift the load. We rise to the floor above. This is the brewhouse. Here comes the second stage of the preparation of beer. Here the flour enters the cooking compartment, namely into the mash tank, where it mixes with water. There the starch from malt breaks up into sugars, which will then be fermented by yeast on the 4th floor. The process of cooking the wort takes from 3 to 12 hours depending on the type of beer. Then the liquid passes through the filter, where large particles of malt are removed. The purified liquid enters the cauldron, where the wort boils with hops from 1 to 2 hours. Hops give beer bitterness. Here you can add different seasonings to change the taste of beer. You can experiment endlessly. You see, below there are 3 containers. There are stored 3 types of hops. They are added at different stages of cooking. Boiled wort with hops moves to the whirlpool. There from the liquid are removed the smallest particles of hops and protein. The liquid pours at high speed through the walls of the barrel. Heavy solids quickly lose speed due to the centrifugal force and move to the center of the barrel to the drain hole. As a result, we have very pure raw materials for the final stage of production, fermentation of beer. After the whirlpool, the liquid passes through the heat exchanger to cool, because for the ripening of beer, a temperature of 12 to 15 degrees Celsius is needed. We have our own water purification system. It is very important for cooking quality beer. All the cooking processes are controlled by a computer. Everywhere sensors are installed that control the pressure, temperature and other production parameters. Okay, 4th floor, last stage. Once in the tank, the wort is there for 5 to 12 days, until the yeast turns the carbohydrates into alcohol. After removing the yeast, the beer is poured into the second tank, and is there for up to 2 months. The longer the beer is here, the more alcohol it contains. After that, the beer can be filtered out. Residents of our city like unfiltered natural beer, but today's extra light will be filtered. For this we have a special separator. After filtration, beer is stored in a tank for 1 day and is ready for bottling, cans, kegs or barrels. Sometimes at this stage, spices or extra hops are added to the beer to change its taste once again. The more additives are added, the more interesting and expensive beer becomes. The left tank is used to store water for cleaning all tanks and pipes in the factory. It is very important to obtain a stable taste and quality of beer. Moving on, this is the bottling zone. Here the finished beer is bottled and bottled. Bottles from pallets are installed on the line, a label is attached, rinsed, air is removed, beer is poured and cork is installed. First, the bottles from the pallets are placed on the conveyor. A label is attached and bottling starts. The bottle is rinsed with disinfectant solution. From the bottle, air is removed, so that the beer does not spoil the oxygen. Beer is poured. A bottle cap is installed, rinsed with water from foam, and packed in boxes. Nearby is the assembly line of the boxes. Take a bundle of cardboard sheets, put on the line to assemble the box. Ready boxes go to the end of the filling line. Boxes with bottles are put on the pallet, and after a while they come down to the street with a crane, where the loader loads them into the car. The car carries beer to the shops of the city. Part of the beer gets to the bar, and some is bottled in kegs for bars, restaurants and public events. A small part of the beer is poured into wooden barrels for a long exposure. Storage in them gives the beer a special flavor and aroma. We have on the roof a powerful air conditioning and ventilation system. Inside the shops it will be hot without them. A separate air conditioner cools the hot guys in the bar. All equipment is special and made to order. It is very convenient that there is a crane on the roof. It would be very difficult to move loads on the stairs. That's all. Buy the best beer in the shops and do not forget to visit our pub.
Joe, thanks for the tour. That's all. Welcome to the best beer pub and brewery from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Do not forget, driving drunk is not safe. Ask the bartender to call you a taxi. I hope you enjoyed it. Press the thumb up if you liked and write your questions or suggestions in the comments. Please subscribe, there will be even more new houses in the future. Bye, see you soon and subscribe.